Next, let's go through the analytics that we collected from this campaign that we ran, that sample campaign for Keep Calm and Drop Your Gear. And to get to the analytics, what you have to do is after you log into your account, you have to actually type in a specific link at the very top. So what you want to do is just, so you have to be first logged into your account and then make a new tab in your browser. And up here type analytics.teespring.com, and then you want to press enter to go to the analytics. And so I'm just gonna, I got a lot of campaigns in there I don't want to reveal to everyone, so I just want to show you this one right here. This is the one that we just did, so I'm gonna go and hit analytics there, and in here we can see all the details of that campaign. So we've got total orders placed just once, and like the conversion rate is just horrible. Like you want this to be up like 5 to 10% sort of thing, and that's just not good. You can see the so here you can see the orders over time and also the views. So the blue line there is the total views. If you just mouse over, you can see how many views we got, and then the orders. So then we know how much we made. We can find our EPC, or earnings per click sort of thing. I can also use the data we got from our bit.ly link, you know, how many, still 72 right now. But you can use that information to figure out your earnings per click. But really, what you want is high conversions. You want this sucker to convert, right, into sales. So let's keep looking. This is hourly information. And they show views and orders by hour of day. So you can see when the order came in. Came in at 1 o'clock here today. Okay. See the number of views per day there. By refer, okay. Then we have our get data, which is something I want to look at here. Now, when we were looking at the ads, it appeared that the pay per post engagement, like the post engagement one, post page or page post engagement, I always get those mixed up for some reason, that I figured was the best. Remember, we went through that ad there. Here's all the ads in the manager here, the PowerPoint. I just got to get it into view there. We figured that the page post engagement ad was probably the best, giving us the highest click-through rate. But these clicks are not clicks to the website, they're clicks of anything. So people clicked on the photo, people clicked on the a like button, a share button, the comment, anything like that. That's all those clicks. But then these other three ads were in a campaign for clicks to a website. And so remember, we tracked all of those. So if you look at the first one, you remember when I created that link, I added the FB equals PP1 right here for that page post that we did on the actual fan page. So anyone that clicked on that link will know how many clicked on that from our analytics. And then inside these ads, you remember we added that additional optional URL tag here. So add 1, and then add 2, and add 3. So now we can see the analytics for those. And in here, you can quickly see that the total views will basically be the number of clicks. Well, we can quickly see that A1, this ad here, got the most clicks, like pretty much twice as much as anything else, like way more than this one, even way more than the page post engagement. So that tells me that I should have actually went with this particular ad. Remember in the other video there, I talked about how I stopped that one ad. I stopped all these ads here, and then I kept the one running. I should have actually kept this one running because that's the one that brought in the most traffic to the page, and you need traffic to the actual page in order to make sales. So most likely this is where the sale came from. And the conversions were not as high, but you could see that you got more clicks. Now it makes sense, really, because if you think about it, the objective of that campaign was clicks to a website. So what Facebook will do is when they list your ad on Facebook, they see that your objective is to get clicks. So what they'll do is they'll show your ad to people within your audience that have a history of clicking on things, and more specifically, clicking on links that go outside of their website. So of course you should get more clicks to your website if that's what your objective is, right? But sometimes the page post engagement will work a little better simply because if your shirt is something targeted towards something really passionate, then it would work a little bit better. This one may not have enough passion in it. It was sort of just a humor kind of thing applied to pilots. If it was a lot more passionate, like something to do with sports, right? People are so passionate about sports. For example, that other shirt I have in here, like it says win, lose, or tie, I'll bleed black and gold until I die. You have to be really passionate about the Boston Bruins in order to wear that. And what's kind of funny, I actually made a massive mistake with this t-shirt, and it's kind of embarrassing given I'm Canadian. You know, Canadians are supposed to be the hockey fanatics of the world or whatever. Well, I'm the one Canadian that doesn't watch hockey. Everyone else does. I enjoy it, yeah, but I don't watch it all the time, here or there. But basically, it says win, lose, or tie. Well, the NHL doesn't allow ties anymore. So that was such a stupid thing on my part. I didn't research enough, and I suffered for it. So I think I lost like over $100 on this campaign. So maybe even more. I'm not sure. I didn't look. I was so mad at making that wrong decision, that mistake. But we all make mistakes, right? But anyhow, what was kind of neat about that campaign, actually, I noticed that females were buying. And that tells me that the reason why females were buying the most was maybe, I'm just guessing here, but maybe they don't know the rules of the game or don't remember that there's no more ties or something like that. That could be an idea, or could be the reason. But obviously I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing that's why females were buying the most, because maybe they didn't realize that there's no ties allowed in the NHL anymore. And in fact, the way I found out was on one of my ads, someone put tie with a question mark. And at first I thought they meant like a tie, you put around your neck for a business suit, But I figured, Teespring doesn't sell ties. So I was like, I just ignored it. And then someone else did another comment about, there's no more ties anymore or something like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. I slapped my face and I couldn't believe it. And I stopped the campaign because that's why it was losing. But my point was, in the beginning, before I said all that, was you have to be super passionate. Like, just think about it. Like, if you think about it, this shirt did pretty good given the fact it was wrong, but there's still people passionate enough that either didn't care that it said tie on there, or they didn't know. So it shows you there's potential for selling a shirt in that niche that's similar to something like this. So anyhow, so what I'm getting at is that page post engagement, I'm going to get that right one day, page post engagement, is really good for something like this, but not for this, as we can see. So I just wanted to show you some of the stats here. And so what I want to do right now actually is go back and just stop that campaign, because there's no point in me running it anymore. So I'll just go right in here and just deactivate that account, or that ad, so it's not running more. If I was going to run one, I should go in here and run the ad set 1 here. That's the one that was bringing in all the traffic. It said 19 clicks, and this is 25, so it's not quite matching up properly, but that's the one that seemed to bring in the most clicks. And if you go down here, it also shows you the products that were purchased, so that shows you how many tank tops. And also down the bottom here, if you can see, it also detects how much activity is going on in Twitter. So there's nothing going on in Twitter right now about my shirt. In fact, if I actually take this, right click and copy, head on over to Google and let's search that. Oops. It just comes up in my, oh, look at that. My link is somewhere in here. Interesting. Let's go back. Where was it? Oh, drop a gear. Okay, it's just found a drop in the word gear. Okay, cool. Anyways, I thought it was showing up on someone else's page, but it wasn't. So that's how you can view the analytics, and it comes in really handy, especially for the get variable, so you can actually track right down to anything you want. You know, you can add any key variable in there too. Like in the Power Editor, what we did here is we added that. We can add more if we want. You can add an ampersand or whatever that is, and add another variable if we want. Like say this one was interest, so we can say in equals what was the interest for this one? This one was job titles, so we can say JT for job titles. So, and then in our analytics, we would see that in here. We would see the actual variable FB, and then we'd see another variable that said IN, and then the value would be JT for job titles, and we see how many clicks. So you can add more variables in there if you want. I usually only add one variable, so it doesn't get too confusing for myself. And I just add one variable, and you can just add stuff to this data here. Like say this could be add one, set one, and then underscore interest could be job titles JT. So as long as I know what all that means, and when I see that in my analytics, I'll remember where that is, or I can go back to my Power Editor and see where it came from. And it's really important to really pinpoint stuff, because if you think about it, I thought most of the clicks came from that page post engagement based on the analytics from Facebook, the stats there, but in reality it actually came from this ad here. So it's really important to use this data in combination with also using the data from Facebook.